it's Andrew Lim inviting you to go out on a limb. Still a little getting over a cold, but I'm now in Zurich. I'm actually heading to the airport, heading home. Had an amazing visit in the Caucasus, Georgia, Azerbaijan, Armenia. That was my, rounding up my 110th country. And then yesterday went to Liechtenstein, my 111th country. And now I'm heading home. So I'm taking Swiss Air16 back to JFK this morning. I'm in one of the throne seats, 4A, so I'm super excited. Of course, I gotta vlog that for you guys. So come go on a limb with me and we will check out Swiss Air together. It's been a while since I actually took them. Folks, before we start, kindly hit the subscribe button and the notify button for new contents that I upload weekly. Dankeschön. So there are 9 lounges here in Zurich International Airport, owned by Swiss Air, operated by Swiss Air. The ones in Terminal E, I think, is the most impressive. I checked out the Senator Lounge that started off with a whiskey club. Here you have over 200 types of whiskey being served, so it's an impressive array. And when you walk, once you enter on the right-hand side, you'll be able to actually print out your Wi-Fi code before entering a long hallway. And on the right-hand side is an impressive wall of magazines from different regions in Switzerland. So I think the way they actually arranged this is really impressive. If you keep walking on the left-hand side, you see a few stations where you can actually charge your phone and just go in and make conversations as well. It offers more privacy. I have to say, this Swiss wooden panel I really loved. It's just very classic, and I think it's relaxing. There's also bathroom on the right-hand side, although I don't think I saw any shower. Don't think there's actually shower facility in this lounge, which is kind of weird. But in terms of seating, it's actually really spacious. Excuse me, ma'am. It's just, there's actually many different types of seating here. There's the work desk, there is the lounge seat, and also if you actually go all the way to the end, you actually find, cubicles that, gives you a bit more privacy if you actually want a nap. Although you can't really lie flat, but you do have recliner seats facing the tarmac. So it offers a great view of the tarmac, and you can actually just relax and chill as you wait for your flight. So this Senator Lounge takes up about 1,100 square meter or about 11,000 square feet, if I'm not mistaken. And you actually have an outdoor area as well, sitting area for you to enjoy some fresh air and look at, different planes, good for plane spotting. Unfortunately, when I was here, it was actually raining, so it was a bit wet. Otherwise, it would be a great spot just to eat and chill. There's actually, an impressive coffee station where you can actually get all the different kinds of caffeine in the morning, different types of beverages as well, sodas, non-alcoholic beverage choices, an impressive array of buffet selection as well. And you can actually have your eggs prepared in different ways. There's actually a chef that can actually cook your eggs for you the way that you request. Here, overall, I think this is an impressive lounge for you to relax before your flight. Now, boarding was actually done in an orderly fashion. We started with first class boarding because there's actually a first class on this aircraft, followed by business class. Boarding was actually done in an orderly fashion. The crew was welcoming, although I think the purser initially seemed a bit cold. to me, but maybe that, you know, I was actually filming, but I was careful not to capture his face. But anyways, I chose this mini cabin here on this Airbus 330 aircraft. I love this mini cabin because it actually offers more privacy, especially with my seat. You know, seat 4A, it's called a throne seat because there's actually no one sitting next to you. So it has, you know, if you actually look forward, you think that you're in first class. I mean, until they draw the curtain, that is. But it offers a lot of privacy, and it's actually my favorite seat here on this aircraft operated by Swiss Air. And of course, they give you a standard blanket. You actually have, you know, your headset, noise cancelling headset. You actually have a bottled water at boarding, an instruction card explaining how to use the headset and all the other features, a hanger to hang your clothes. I think you hang it yourself and, you know, hand it over to the cabin crew, which I didn't actually need to, because if you really want to hang your jacket, there's actually 2 little buttons here for you to hang your clothes as well. Plenty of space. I think the monitor, it's a bit small compared to today's business class standard, but the seat pitch is actually pretty generous, about 60 inches with a width of about 21 inches. But the monitor, I think, can be a bit bigger. When it comes to the movie selection, I think it's pretty decent. You have, you know, all the latest movie as well as classic movie. You know, it's actually the number of movies available is actually really good, I think, especially for just an 8-hour flight, or about 8.5 hours. There's actually plenty of entertainment options to keep you engaged, and, you know, so that you're actually not bored throughout the flight. The seat control is actually really cool, especially that you can actually control the firmness or the softness of the cushion, which I think is a great add-on. Even though this is an old seat, I think that feature is really awesome. In terms of leg room, there's actually a lot of leg room, and the width of it is actually really generous as well for the throne seat. I think, you know, this is where you store the life jacket. I think the cover needs to be fixed. But you know what? It's easier to deploy if there was an emergency, which fortunately there wasn't any. The tray table is pretty wide, easy to deploy, you know, and easy to put back as well. Now, when it comes to the toiletry bag or amenity bag, I think it's a bit not as impressive. I mean, it's a Victorinox, which is a Swiss brand, but it's just a little pouch. I mean, compared to other airlines that seem to have fancier amenity kit, this one is actually pretty basic, and of course it's filled with your socks, your toothbrush, and then what else is in there? Your eye shade, your earplugs, as well as the, you know, toothbrush and toothpaste. So it's pretty standard stuff that you find in an amenity kit. Now the bathroom, you know, nothing impressive about the bathroom, although I do love this wooden panel, which reminds me of like All Nippon Airways. That has a similar design as well. Now, speaking of, you know, going from the bathroom to food menu, I don't think it's very appropriate, but the menu that they have is actually really impressive, especially the printed menu is actually you know, a new menu. The selection's pretty decent. They actually have the bistro menu that you can order anytime after the first meal service. I think that was a great feature. Now, when it comes to in-flight internet, they actually offer it, but you know, compared to US Airlines, I think the packages are not as great and it's really expensive. Like, for example, I think for $19 you get about 50 meg or MB, which actually is not enough. I mean, that's literally just a few emails, and only lasted me for like maybe 20 minutes, and it was done for $19. US Airlines, you know, usually offer better you know, Wi-Fi packages, say for like $25 for the entire flight, unlimited, but not on Swiss Air. So time to eat. Started off with some appetizers. I think this is a raw fish sashimi dish, which is pretty okay. The braised chicken with leeks as the main entree, that was actually quite tasty. I have to say the chicken was done really well. And the appetite or the desserts, actually, I love the portion. It's actually not as big. It's just a mango mousse cake with mango compote. Was pretty impressive. So after the meal, just watch just one movie, and it was time to take a nap. So just had to sit down. Easy to deploy, I have to say. And when it comes to the width of the seat, it's pretty decent. I can actually sleep, on my back as well as on my side comfortably. Now, about 2 hours before we landed, I ordered a couple of items from the bistro menu. The gnocchi dish with sausages, as well as the cheese tart. Both were tasty, especially with the gnocchi dish. I think it was done really well. We were close to landing at JFK with a view of Long Island, especially Fire Island. And before you know it, we actually touched down safely at JFK. Overall, it was a really comfortable flight because of the throne seat that I was in. It's just a really, really great seat. Even though it's actually old, it's a really comfortable seat.
Captain Roland Müller and his entire crew would like to write here in New York. It was a pleasure to have you on board today, and we hope you have enjoyed this flight.
It's home sweet home. I think Swiss Air business class is great. I mean, old seat, but the a throne seat 4A really makes a difference. Really spacious. The service excellent. The food's great, so can't complain. So Swiss Air got my vote.